Yeah, yeah. Get it in ya. Get
Yeah.
it in ya.
Okay. What is happening? What is good, everybody? My name is Uncle C.
My name is Nosh Diggity Duglet.
My name is Dan.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
I
solid.
knew you like that one. I knew you
Okay.
like that one.
That's
I knew
fresh.
That's good.
That's fresh. And welcome to episode 66, right? I didn't check beforehand. I think it's 66.
66, yes.
Bad habits. We out here. We're a little bit... This will still drop on Monday, though, so it's all good. So I'm recording it on Monday for everyone tuning in tonight. You boys good? Everything blessed?
Bless.
Very good. Very good, very good, very good. Chilled.
Love it. Yep. Fuck. Not even really that much going right now.
And how are you, kind sir?
Yeah, I'm alright. Chill, tired, the vibes,
Oh, always tired.
Few
That
days
meme
off-
that we posted the other day, like the Power Rangers shit, like
Yeah.
2 hours
where
sleep
was that?
tired, 7 hours sleep tired. That shit was actually piss funny. Love it.
Yeah, I died.
Don't get the real lols off memes these days. That one made me giggle and have a good tickle belly laugh. It was
Heavily.
good.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of like tired memes out there, so I think
Sleep deprived memes.
it's not just us. It's not just washed people. It's not just old people. I think everyone is. I don't know, man. It's fucked up times, right? I think that stresses us
Something
all
going on
out.
with the moon, bro. And also cunts are fucked.
Yeah, I think it's like cunts are fucked, and there's really weird energy in the world, and like it fucks everyone up. I think everyone's fucked, and it's just a messy time, and we're just
True.
living through it. We won't realize how fucked it is until we look back later, and we're like, how the fuck
That's
did we
right.
get through that shit? But we thugged
just-
it out,
Just thug it out.
you know.
You know, for real.
So, where do we start this week? This is my fault this week. I was just saying to the boys beforehand. This was a little bit rushed more than normal. Last week we were a little more prepared with some of our newer segments. This week I was away, as y'all know, and I didn't know when we were going to be able to do the podcast. And time came up, and we didn't get to prepare the full shit as we normally do. So, with that said, where should we start? Do we want to do the slang word? Because we could still do that, make something up, and have the slang segment where somebody has to use that slang, or both sides have to use the slang. We could do that right now. Let's start with that. I like that one.
You
Sure.
can do that. I'm happy with that.
Dan,
Do you guys have a word?
No, she'll let you come up with this week. I think I did. What was what? Do you remember what last week was? Both sides.
Yeah,
It
fair
was
income I made up for
fair
income,
income.
so you can make up one. Or I can do one, whatever. But,
Okay. And what was the
um,
British side last week?
Koalas.
Cool. Okay. All right. For Aussie, Dan, do you have a British one first? While I'm thinking,
Yes, I have one for you.
run that.
The word is WASS. WASS.
And definition.
It's what do you think WASS means?
Mm.
Honestly, it could literally be
Like
anything.
bad
You guys,
or whack.
what's it called?
Interesting. Well, if I say, if someone tells me, "Oh, I played football yesterday and I scored 100 goals," and I'll be like, "No, you're just talking WASS."
It's like cap.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cat. Exactly. It's
Exactly
exaggerating.
Exactly the
Exaggerating,
same.
yeah.
Exactly the same.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
All right, so we're going to try and drop that one in. Okay, I dig that. So then from the Aussie side, what's a funny Aussie one? Fuck, Brad, you're probably better at this than me. If I thought about it, I could come up with a good one.
Just bang out Struth. That's a good one.
Yeah, all right, define it.
Struth.
It's like an exclamation.
It's like exactly right. That's what I was going to say. It's like an
Doesn't really-
exclamation. It's like,
oh, fuck.
Struth.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah.
That's
Wow.
what I assume when you say it. I've never really understood, but I kind of got the vibe. It was kind of like an exclamation point. Like, I get it.
Yeah, 'cause
Exactly.
sometimes I'll start an answer like someone says, "Oh, what do you think of that?" "Oh, Struth, mate. It was pretty good." But like, so yeah, it's kind of you can throw it in at the start and you can throw it in at the end of the sentence. It doesn't matter. But Struth.
How do you spell it?
Struthh. Hang on, yeah. Struth,
Gotcha.
but I've seen people put Strewth.
Struth. That's more of a hey, you
Yeah.
going. That brings
Yeah.
the yokel out of
There you go. It's a good one. So
into the situation.
you guys are pros. So we have to try and throw it in the next hour. Try and throw that in, each of us, the respective
I say
ones.
Struth like 5 times a week, maybe even daily. I swear to God, it comes out all the time. I find it very funny. and cunts enjoy it. So I will always say Struth.
I remember doing it when I was back there. We went back, and I was saying it every 4 seconds.
Yeah,
So
dude, it's fun to bring it back.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's always
Chuck
good
it
to
in
do that.
every now and again. Sprinkle it in.
Love it. You need something? What you need? There you go. So, pardon? I can't. Sorry, Tiff's asking me a question. You say it loud. It's okay. Oh, the USB. It was. Oh, it's right here. Look at that.
It's on
Yeah. Guys, can you keep talking amongst yourselves for a second? I'm just gonna mute.
Nice.
Actually, I can't even mute. I can't mute.
It's okay, mate.
Struth.
So what's the deal,
Okay,
man?
I'm sorry. Tiff's asking me a question. Okay, anyways. All right, let's keep going. This is sorry, boys.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the music. So this one, we're keeping this more short and sweet, and I don't know where the Muskoka stuff is, so that's what you're asking. I have no idea. The fucking music, we're going to pick our top 5 tracks that we like, or
Yes.
projects, whatever we want to do. Once again, I am at fault. I am responsible for writing the stuff down because I was away. I didn't do it until today. We really only listened to the music to what we could get through today, but now we're not really talking about... We're kind of talking about everything. Now we're kind of be a bit more strict about our top 5, so I think we should be pretty sweet. So, Dan, you want to kick that off?
Yes. Top 5.
Boom.
Top 5. Okay. So Russ, Utah freestyle, amazing. In his rap bag again. It's just good instrumental, good flows. Like he's just sick every single time he does these sort of rapping things. Amazing stuff. The Maxo, Kream, and Tyler the Creator, Big Persona. That's an interesting track. I like Tyler on it. Didn't really know that Maxo Kream guy, but it is an interesting verse from him. But like I like Tyler's, but he also had like a really long verse as well. It was great. It was a good music video as well. Cool. Another thing I was surprised at that I liked was the DaBaby and Lil Wayne, Lonely. I was expecting to hear really like I thought it would just be shit, and then it just went in, and I was like, oh okay, like DaBaby's not bad, Lil Wayne's actually not bad either. Like it was actually a really good tune.
Yeah,
It's
Wayne
good
killed
like rapping. Yeah, Wayne killed it. It's good rapping, had a good message in it as well. It was great. Another thing I really liked was the Outlaws Young. Is it Young Noble? Young Noble.
This was good, yeah. Young Noble.
Young Noble. Conway the Machine, DJ Premier, Lessons of Legends. It was sick. Hearing all the samples of like the Easy Tupac, all of them, man. It was sick. Like I really liked it. It was a good tune. Conway had a great verse as well. It was amazing. And last thing was the See Stay Woke music video.
Of course.
It was amazing.
Big tune.
Beautiful. Big tune. Great song. One of my favorites, actually.
Amazing video. Please go and check the video, everyone. I highly recommend it.
Please.
I'm not in it, but it's really
There's this
good.
guy waving a flag.
There is, the guy waving
There's
the
two
flag.
handsome blokes either side of me, and they're in the video, so go and check her out, eh?
Just watch the flag waver. That's all I'm saying.
Watch the
Yeah,
flag.
the flag
Zoom in
waver
on
is
him.
a handsome
He's
devil.
good.
He's
Quite
just
Good
dashing.
guy.
Cannons.
Just great. I've never seen anyone wave a flag like him.
Not even
Yeah.
the Rascals can do it. They can't.
Literally,
no chance.
exactly.
Not even Damian Marley's flag bearer can do a job like that.
No,
No.
he can't at all.
Oh,
Never.
Love it. Great
Ever.
list.
It was
Beauty.
good.
Love it. All right, Nosh, what you got there? What are your faves?
I got more than a top 5, but I've only got 3 albums that I went through. I got more singles to talk about, but I'll skim. The AZ Do or Die 2. That was actually really good. I heard the whole thing while I was... What's that? Do or Die. Wow. Excuse me. Very classic. You know, he's the triple OG. Crazy features. He had Ross on there, Conway, Wayne, Dave East. It was just real... It just felt like 1995 again. It was really cool. So really enjoyed that. Common's album, A Beautiful Revolution Part 2. That was probably my favorite album of the week. Super Conscious, had a lot of powerful songs on there. Amazing features. Black Thought was on there. BJ the Chicago Kid. Loved it. I definitely going to listen to that one again. Singles, as Baby Dan said, the Russ song, Utah Freestyle, that was cocky but cool. I love it when he's just on the rap bag as well. G-Eazy, the announcement was super dope. The beat was crack, and I like it when he raps too because he had some good swag, good bars, and he rode the beat well. Pause. The Eric Bellinger and Brandy song was not bad. The Lennox song Pressure was definitely my favorite. It was the R&B joints. Ari's the best. I like the old school sort of diva vibe she had going on there in the video. The fuck, what else we got here? The Outlaws, Young Noble, Conway, and Primo joint. That was super dope, super well done. It's quite shocking to hear all those names all in a row, and it really puts into perspective how many legends we've lost in hip hop. And it's genuinely like, fucking hell, man. It's just like, and there's so many that were left out, and you know what I mean, like not on purpose, but anyway, Conway kills that, and the beat was like, I don't know, it was amazing from Kream. It was dark and hard, pause, and it fit all the, fit the vibes, and all the samples at the end were really, really dope. And yeah, obviously the Stay Woke video was the absolute banger sniff, and that is just a stupidly good tune.
Yes, sir. Bam.
So,
Love it.
yeah.
Great list. So of course, the Stay Woke, I guess I forgot to talk about that at the beginning. So this is the second release of the Relentless rollout. Second single, but this time we dropped the video, once again, by King Richard, who is the god. The video was shot here in Montreal, super cool. We had Dan waving the flag up in there. Jonathan Emile made a little cameo as well. Came together real nice. If you guys watch the video or see the cover of the single, it's got like the Relentless Times, like an old 1930s style newspaper. So we actually created that newspaper and printed it out and put it all up on, like got a newspaper place to do a printout, put it all up on like the wall and made that a part of the scene, and it's part
Super
of the artwork. Sick. We even shot like an intro scene downtown in the Old Port, which was really cool. So it came together real nice. I'm really proud of it. I thought the video came out great. Everything sounds awesome. One interesting thing I'm realizing, we don't release music as often as we should, right? And part of the releasing, I didn't get a publicist for this, but there's different services. I want to sort of make this a quick tip for artists, just really while we're talking about it.
Preach to them, see.
You use this service called this one, well, everyone knows what they have, this Submit Hub, another one called Groover. And basically you buy these like credits and it allows you to submit to blogs. Some blogs won't even take your email now. They only take submission through this website. I know publicists, you pay $2,000 a month that submit to the same people through this website. So, be careful if you ever hire a publicist. So I've submitted stuff through, and whenever you submit, I always choose the one where I require feedback or thoughts or whatever, whether if they decline it, they have to say why, or if they obviously accept it, it's cool. Just because I want to see. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I want to see. And it's been really interesting. I know music's subjective, but like, man, people are like, literally every single part of it, like lyrics, delivery, flow, production, mixing and mastering. There's been crazy positive things about that, but more crazy negative things about that. I'm really surprised. People shitting on every part of the song. It's just really like, it sort of puts it in perspective. Like, you can't please everybody, and I sort of haven't put out music in a while to sort of remember, like, oh fuck, like, yeah. It's like, it doesn't matter even with like, you do something like this, like, oh, it's boom bap, we're looking for something more modern, and then we do the last single I got next, and then they were complaining that it was too modern and stuff like that. So it's really funny. It's a really interesting thing, and you don't take it personal, but it's just good to see where they're like some of these people have blogs or playlists, they Spotify playlists or whatever the fuck. So it's been interesting seeing what I made. All you can do though is like make the shit that you love, and I'm really proud of this whole project. The mixing, I think, is A1. The production is A1. I did the best I could as a vocalist, and people still shit on every single element of it. So it's like, it's interesting, but once again, it's a subjective thing. So anyway, I'm really proud of that shit. So shouts to the team. As far as the new music, I got through all the singles. The only albums I checked was Sayari the Kid, Alone But Not Lonely. It was pretty chill. It was like 17 songs. It was too long, and they all kind of sounded the same after a while. But he did have some cool features. Music Soul Child and stuff was on there. I like that. Common, I checked that. A Beautiful Revolution Part 2. That was super fire. Exactly what you'd expect, but also short and snappy. It's got 11 songs, including some intros and outros. So that was really dope. You boys both said Russ, the Utah Freestyle. Obviously, we're all on his vibe. Love what he did with that. The new Ed Sheeran single called Shivers was pretty cool. He's in the middle of his rollout, which I'm appreciating. And then, what's that? That's probably 4. And if I pick my 5th, I would probably say the Merkules and Benny the Butcher, Need Me Now.
Interesting.
I just more that, like, it wasn't the greatest song from either of them, but I just thought it was cool that Merkules are continuing to work with big names.
His big feature run is just unstoppable. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I find like he's forcing and singing hooks and shit. Probably got stacks of money for that. But he's probably got bags and bags to fund all this fucking features he's getting, because he's getting big names. They're getting bigger and bigger. They're getting more current as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, props to him on that tip.
Yeah.
But I just felt like the singing on that song was forced a bit much, and he should have just rapped the whole way.
He's been doing a lot
but
of
Benny was
Yeah.
dope though.
Yeah.
I thought the other song with Benny was better. Is it Saigon?
Yeah.
Benny
Saigon.
put it?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
Saigon. Yeah, that was
much
fire,
better. That was a really good song.
Yeah,
They're
you are
both
right. It was
miss.
a better verse. It was just an interesting one. It was a weird beat for Benny to rap on too that they chose and stuff. Cool sample.
True.
That was cool. And just a quick sixth one, Haviah Mighty, song called Tesla. I like that a lot. She's great with
The video was cool. Yeah.
She did a video? Fuck, I never checked the videos. But she did a great song. Great job on that one. Nice balance between singing, rapping, vocals, everything there. So, and also she's local. That's also why I want to shout out Merkules is from Vancouver. So, boom. So that was the new music this week. A little bit lighter than the last few, which was actually significantly lighter than last week. Fuck. Which is pretty
Super
dope.
light work.
Where do we want to go now, fellas? Do we want to go into the topics? Feeling like some topics?
Yeah, I don't mind. I do want to touch quickly that I listened to Liquid Swords by Giza, and it was an absolutely incredible album. Probably like a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. It was incredible.
Love it.
Wow, that's so good.
Amazing. It was my favorite song is Cold World
Yeah.
with I think that's the one with Inspector Deck.
Yes.
I think.
So,
Let
yeah,
me check quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with Inspector Deck. I like that. I really like the intro as well. The intro was incredible.
Did you find that album like cinematic, like you were
Yeah,
watching
100%.
like an anime?
It made me feel like the anime. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, fuck
it was
yeah.
great.
You're listening to an anime movie.
Yeah, literally. Especially after that intro. The intro was like
Oh my God.
with the whoever it was speaking.
Shivers.
Oh, it was incredible. It literally made me feel like I was watching an anime. I can literally picture it in my head. It was great.
I think they're all.
And how do you feel about
Kung Fu
Russ's
movies.
production? Yeah, they are.
It was great.
All Kung Fu movies.
It was amazing. Honestly, it was. I really enjoyed it.
Still holds up.
Great. I listen to it on a daily now.
Wow, that's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised that you dig that because it's definitely up your alley. We were supposed to listen to the J Hus album, but I think we only talked about it today or didn't get to it. So I think we owe you that for next week. We'll listen to that one and see the vibes. I have heard a bunch of his stuff before, but I'm curious to hear a full project. So
okay, if you guys have another album for me, I'll note it down.
Okay, then if we'll do that. No, I chose the last two. You choose one this time.
Okay. You want to do like Reasonable Doubt?
I can do that. Reasonable
Do you know who it's by?
Doubt. Yes.
Yeah.
I think I've listened to it, but I'll obviously listen to it again because it's really old. So.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. I'll scratch that Blueprint because it turned 20 2 days ago. So because Jay-Z released the first Blueprint on September 11th. Obviously, that wasn't planned, but fucking yeah, that came out. So Blueprint, the first one.
Okay, cool. I'll listen to that.
Love it.
I will.
Yeah, we'll do that proper for next time.
I'm gonna listen to it as well, just because it's a fucking absolute slapper of an album. Just Blaze has some outstanding, fucking classic production on that. It's fucking disgusting. Maybe we want to make beats in a different way. Kanye, exactly. Early baby Kanye is on that one. Is that Heart of the City on that, dude?
Heart of the City's on there.
Yeah, everything. That's Kanye's first production with.
Mama Loves Me. I Renegade. Like there's some joints on there. There's some joints.
There's some fucking slap things on there.
Yes, I was going to say.
Speaking of Jay-Z, may I segue?
Yeah, segue, go. Better segue.
Jay-Z has been linked to a $4 billion Denver Broncos takeover. So let me read the little excerpt that I got here. Jay-Z is among names linked to the takeover of the NFL's Denver Broncos, according to Front Office Sports. With the team expected to be worth $4 billion, Hove needs some partners, blah, blah, blah. And he will make history as the first black owner of an NFL team. His net worth is $1.4 billion, blah, blah, blah. He sold the champagne brand Ahmad
Ace of Spades.
What is that?
Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades. Okay, there you go. He owned 50% of that, and that was acquired for $650 million. So he's putting his ducats together and going to be making even more money. So I mean, that's a pretty cool move. I'm sure he'll do some good things.
Did he
Yeah.
sell his? Because I believe he sold half of it to LMVH. No, LVMH. Sorry. But then did he sell his second half, or is this just saying he used the money from the
say
first?
that.
Doesn't say. Okay.
He used the money from the first 50%, so I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay, from that, so he still retained ownership. I was gonna say I couldn't.
Still got. Yeah. Why would you let go of that?
Well,
Smart cookie. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's got something up his sleeve for that. So that's a good move.
Love it.
Pivotal move.
That's great.
That was all the fun news I had. That was everything else was all just gossip and trash. So
Okay.
we don't do that on Bad Habits till we see Fizzy.
Try not to. I guess. Try not to.
Fair enough.
There's a bunch of other news you put in here, Dan. Do you want to run through your news?
Yes, I don't know if you guys saw yesterday, but at the I think it was VMAs, Conor McGregor and MGK had like a little altercation where McGregor threw his drink at him. Apparently, like
why?
yeah, when the reports first came about, apparently it's because MGK refused to take a picture with him. But now in this report here, apparently McGregor called him a vanilla boy rapper. But I don't know why.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's very odd.
Like, was he trying to call him Vanilla Ice and he fucked up the diss?
He said, I certainly don't fight little vanilla boy rappers. I don't even know the guy. I don't know anything about him except that he's with Megan Fox.
Right.
He said, nothing happened to me. I only fight real fighters, people that actually fight. You know what I mean? Interesting.
Okay. I mean, he would have got his ass
Interesting.
kicked, but
Of course.
Oh, no, that's what McGregor said to MGK.
McGregor's not allowed to fight outside the ring. It's just like, because he's like a fucking
He's
weapon.
But
Not allowed to.
he's not. But Dana White loves Dana White, the owner of UFC. He loves McGregor, so anything that McGregor does, he doesn't really care. So like the whole Khabib altercation, McGregor in reality, if that happened to a boxer, they wouldn't be able to fight again. They'd probably lose their license. But then because it's McGregor, he was allowed to. Like McGregor, before the whole Khabib fight, he threw a ladder at someone before
before the fight at the bus. At
a bus, and he was him and his entourage were there saying he was gonna kill Khabib's boy or something like that. So like he shouldn't even be allowed to fight, but obviously he's Dana White's little poster boy. So, but yeah, he doesn't care. He'd fight MGK if he wanted to.
But he'd kill him.
It wouldn't even be a fight.
No,
It'd be a joke.
Wouldn't even.
I reckon Wiz Khalifa and MGK should fight. That'll be funny.
I still bet MGK would
two
lose.
tall, skinny cunts that have like fucking
Have you seen
skeletal.
Wiz Khalifa is on that. I don't know if he's still on it, but he was on that mad gym
Muay
regime,
Thai.
and like there was a picture of him on Twitter. I think it was like a year or two ago, and he was literally ripped. Like I was so surprised. Like he wasn't a skinny tall guy. He was like literally ripped. Let me see if I can find a picture.
Interesting.
I saw him doing some Muay Thai boxing, and the first
Yeah,
time I
he's
saw
been doing
him
that for
trying
years.
boxing, he threw like a girl, but now he's actually kind of got some coordination going on, which is quite cool.
Oh, here we go. I'll send you the picture now. I'll send it to you on iMessage. But he's ripped.
Good for him. I always thought it was. Oh fuck! Like ripped. Oh my god.
That was not
like
even recent.
jacked,
It's like
but he's
Weight
ripped.
comes out.
he's lean as hell.
He's lean, but he's got like definition.
Yeah,
So he's not like I
exactly.
wouldn't call him jacked, but he's got like a solid. Now he's got like full 6-pack and shit. Damn, good for you, man. Good for him. I like to see that. I always thought it was cool. It was like being covered in tats was like the lazy way to not have to get jacked because you're just like I don't know, I'm tatted. Like
You look tough.
yeah, you look tough.
10% tougher, mate. Each tattoo 10% tougher. You know what I mean?
Fuck,
It's like,
shit.
what's his name? Fucking Action Bronson. He just gone full barbarian savage mode in the training, and now he lost all of his fucking gear. Heaps of fucking even Lennox was hitting the gym, got all slimmers. But like a lot of cunts are just getting super healthy, and it's good to see.
I guess the pandemic made him realize that if you are healthy and you do get the shit, you got a better chance of.
Yeah, you way better chance.
Yeah,
Right.
he is mad like skinnier now. He's lost a lot of weight.
Who is? Oh, Bronson.
Some good shit.
Actually, yeah, Bronson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him though. I like that. I think it's like a
Killing
good
the game.
message. It's like a good message to send that worry about your health. Everyone's talking about all these other things that you can do. Just be fucking healthy. Work out. Eat good.
Yeah.
Take vitamins. Get
That's why it
vitamin
bangs
D.
with Styles P and everything. You know, the pharmacy
Yeah.
for life stuff. That's all they do on their Instagram. They're just educating people. They're not really pushy like buy my product. They're just like eat healthy and we've got some shit to really help you. So I like that angle.
Yeah. No, same, man. It's very, very cool.
Definitely.
Love it. That's a good one. What else we got, cunts? Top Boy Season 4 was announced, right?
Oh,
Yes, they announced a
shit.
new one. It's out today, actually, but I haven't. I don't know if it's actually on Netflix.
On
yet, but
Netflix?
it's meant to be. Yeah, it's meant
No.
to be out today on Netflix. So
Is that
I'm probably
the
going to watch
Drake?
that.
Because you know how there was 2 seasons
Yeah,
and then a
so
Drake season?
it's
Can you explain that?
so the one that Drake executively produced
Produced.
the third season
And what
of
does
Top Boy.
that...
So there was Top Boy Summer House, which is
Mhm.
1 and 2, but then they stopped and everyone, especially in the UK, Top Boy was like a big thing, but then it just stopped and everyone's like, oh, no one really knows what's happening because there wasn't really an ending or anything. And then Drake picked it up, funded it, and then was like, yeah, we're going to make season 3.
So he
And now
funded it.
they've
Okay.
continued it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Big
That's
change.
cool.
Now there's another season. Yeah, I look forward to watching it. It's going to be good. I love Top Boy. So
All right.
it's
Very
going to be
cool.
fun.
Good on him. That's good money for as well, because if that ever gets like it's already got the streaming rights. I don't know how the money works out of it, but I imagine it'll stay on. As long as it stays on there, it'll just keep hitting. There's money coming in from that. Good for him. Love it. That's really dope. And then Brad's favorite rapper on the planet just announced his album.
Oh, yeah?
Headie One's
For the
album
kids
is
at
coming
home.
out
Yeah,
on,
Headie One is who we're talking about. Hilarious. So
yes, October 1st.
break it down, Dan. What's the deal? October 1st? Okay, so we've got a few weeks to wait.
I don't really know. I haven't seen him really drop many like singles or anything, but it's actually a mixtape called Too Loyal for My Own Good. That's what it's called.
Ooh.
So I don't know much about it, but the artwork is him stood next to a bed.
Okay,
I'll actually send you it right now.
Yeah,
I'll send
please.
you it right now.
Yeah, please.
Uh,
I can't wait to have a giggle. Let's have a gaze.
But yeah, I don't really know much about it, but I know it's going to be a banger, so it's going to be interesting.
Interesting.
Wow.
So the artwork's interesting, yeah.
That is weird, bro.
That's cool. That's
I like it, yeah, I like it. It's
That's
cool.
awesome.
So we're going to show the kids at home.
Yeah, put it up to the
Yeah.
screen. I don't know.
It looks interesting.
That's just dope. Like he's written it like graffitied on this bed, and there's a bed next to a river with a fountain
There's
and
a
some like
bunch of buildings in the
apartment
background.
buildings. Kind of looks like the projects, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's fucking awesome. What a cool. Oh, he's nearly got 1 million. Alright, he's doing alright.
He's
Good for
doing
him.
well.
Is all the picture looks like there's some stuff that he's posting. Looks like it could be a like the flamethrower. He's got a little flamethrower pic going on here. I feel like that.
Oh yeah, that was from one of his latest singles called Two
Oh,
Chains.
It's already been done. Okay.
But yeah, like he's dropping October 1st, so
Well,
keep it ears to
obviously,
the streets, guys.
Obviously,
I'm
album
really
of the year
really
is
excited, actually. I'm
album
going
of
to
the
set
year
my
is taken
alarm
care
on my
of.
cellular telephone.
Fuck.
Good.
Cannot wait.
Well, you made my fucking night. Thanks, Dan.
It's alright. It's alright.
It looks like you put one in here. We are trying to do a thing every week. Obviously, Dan's been guiding that. Like just something random as fuck from either Canada, UK, or Australia. A random article here.
So this is from you guys. So you guys can read it out. I don't know what you guys are really doing over there in Australia, but
Well,
that
Oh, who
is.
fucking knows, mate?
I don't even know if they're like our guys anymore. We've been away so long. Like, I don't know if I can even claim them. Sometimes I can if I want to.
You just
But it's
fucking
easy to not
wipe your
claim.
hands clean, mate.
So basically, the title is Bad Nudes. Melbourne holds last ever naked bike ride. Okay. I wonder why they're not doing it. So there's just people. Oh man, that's gonna go right up their asshole. Why would you sit on the bike seat? And that's just shit. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's cunts that are like. There's all these photos of like dudes from the back, like in helmets. And,
Oh my god, pause.
with like words painted on their back and shit. And some people, there's like a picture,
Oh
there's a
my.
chick in there as well who's just got like panties on. There's a dude in front of him who's got like jocks on with suspenders holding the jocks up. It's pretty funny.
Oh my
Some chick
God.
got, what's that? Okay, she's got like a painting, like the Rolling Stones logo over her tits. Yeah, where was this actually? Oh, it's in Melbourne. Okay, so it's our people. So I wonder why they're doing the last one. Why are they doing the last one ever? Let's find out. It's a World
I
Naked
rode
Bike
past
Ride Day.
during Pride in Toronto. I rode past probably like 220 naked blokes on fucking bikes near Dufferin Grove, sort of like what do you call it? The arch. Anyway, I rode past a whole bunch of nude people, and they were just like, I was on the other side of the road going the opposite way, and then I was like, "Come and join us!" And I was like, "Fucking no way, God!" It was yeah. And
Why
they were
didn't you
on.
join
So
them?
the thing that was yuck was because cunts were on the city bikes, and they got full batty on the. You know what I mean? So it's like, does the city go and wipe them down and disinfect and sanitize the fucking batty holes on? Dude, so why would you ride a city bike when you know that cunts have been getting sweaty balls and assholes all over it? That is I couldn't believe it. I had to pull over and like just deal with that thought. I was like, this is actually fucking disgusting, cunt.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it's all good to like have your own bike and do it, but don't rent and hire a bike in the city and then get your sweaty asshole on it just to fucking do a nude ride. There's plenty of other ways you can do that. So I thought that was fucking hilarious.
That's so gross.
Dude, so
I didn't know they were allowed to do that. I imagine that the company probably wouldn't be super stoked about.
Pissed. No.
They
probably have to. I bet you someone complained they have to clean them. There's no way you fucking have to.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Go and sniff and see.
I'm pretty sure they don't clean them because people just drop them back. You just grab it again, and then there's like.
I guess the rain will wash them off.
Yeah, but.
No, I don't know. Over here, what I've noticed,
sanitizer in the rain.
I walk around a lot over here, so I've noticed that they actually quite regularly replace every bike over here. So there's always like a car which comes, I don't know what it is, a car or truck, whatever. They come across and they just like replace them. They take the bikes and then they just replace them. And it happens actually quite a lot, which I'm quite surprised at. But I don't know what it's like over in the six.
That's more of a thing for making sure that they're available. So like they know how many available docks are in each place, and if the shit's empty and people are coming there, they'll go and take a bunch of bikes either from the main area wherever they're based, or they'll pick them up from other ones and then go and drop them at the new one to make sure.
I've seen them be replaced. I've seen them take them from the thing and then put new ones on the.
So I wonder what that's about.
Station.
Maybe that's about what's it called? Servicing them. Maybe you just.
Because maybe it could just be a service thing.
I don't know if they clean them though. Like I had to use one like a few weeks ago to get a haircut, and I couldn't get a fucking Uber for some reason, so I had to take a Bixie, and I haven't taken one for years. We used to use them all the time, but I always hated how gross it was to touch the handlebars. It's this rubber stuff that just like probably soaks up fucking gross shit, and it was the exact same grossness I recall. Doing it was fun to ride the bike. I loved it, but and it was cheap as shit. I think I paid 50 cents to get all the way home from where I was, which was pretty cool. But it was I just think it's interesting in the time of like COVID and shit. Like they would have to do something. Maybe that's why they are doing that, swapping them over, because maybe they do sanitize them, and that's the point. Maybe they can check which bikes have been around for a bit, and they're like, all right, well, this one's been like X number of days. Let's clean that shit, take it back. Everything gets sanitized or something. But they don't advertise. If that's what they're doing, they're not advertising that shit. I rolled the dice, but they're a good time. Fun fact: Montreal Bixie was the first one in the world, and they invented it.
Oh wow!
Which is pretty gangster.
They do well.
They did a good job, and they used to have one or two bikes from other cities around the world. So sometimes I could find the Melbourne bike as a blue one with RACV on it.
Maybe you told me that shit. That's sick.
I found it a couple times, which was pretty cool. There was one, I can't remember where else, but that was the one I always tried to search out, and it was very exciting when I got that shit. It's pretty handy. So, love it. Bodies on bike seats. The other thing I was just going to say real quick, since it's your 11 years in Canada today, mine is tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
What have you learned? What do you want to pass on to the people? What have you learned being an immigrant, trying to settle in a new country, dealing with bureaucracy, building a new life, everything from trying to get an apartment and jobs and friends and business and maneuvering. What have you learned that you can share with anybody?
Jesus Christ.
It's a big one, eh?
That's a big one. I guess get your paperwork sorted out ASAP. And don't keep renewing your work holiday visa until it expires. You just should have just gone balls to the wall there. But obviously didn't know what was popping. But like if you know your plan, then get that shit organized ASAP. Our plan changed or whatever the fuck a few times. So I got that all under the belt. I know I fucking became a man over here more so than I was in Australia, and I became independent with my business, and I've just learned a lot of independence and a lot of just keep the team small and fucking just head down, bum up.
Yeah.
Don't be a shit cunt. So I definitely grew up and became more of a better artist and a better businessman, all over in every avenue that I could talk about. So just big improvements.
What were some of the challenges being in from your perspective? Because I imagine mine and yours are similar but different. Like, what was some of the shit that was tough when people don't understand? A lot of people always just be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to move to this country. I'm like, you have no fucking clue what it takes to do that. Like, it's a whole thing. Whenever someone says, yeah, I'm just going to move to Florida, I'm like, you can't just fucking move to Florida. It doesn't work like that. So like, people might not understand what it actually takes to move to another country. Is there anything that you sort of learned that you were surprised about? Or
like, what do you mean? I don't know. Heaps of shit.
Like, even just like something that I was surprised about Canada, even though I'd lived here before. I lived here for a year, 7 months technically. I traveled for a year. And I didn't feel it then because I was fucking around. I was 22, 23. I was Dan's age. I turned 23 when I moved here. So I was fucking around, working at a restaurant, working at the beer store, just having fun, chilling, right? It wasn't a serious time of life for me. But moving back, after I had a mortgage in Australia, I had professional jobs, like it was a different stage of my life. So completely different. Moving here, like I feel like in Canada they treat people like you're much more like a number. You're not taken care of as much. In Australia, everyone earns so much more money.
Oh, right.
Everybody I know has multiple cars, investment properties, like so much more money. Here, I feel like you really get treated like a number. And what I noticed is, when we moved here, I feel like we knew over the time. I feel like we knew a lot of people who weren't from Canada, mostly Aussies, but from other places, who came over here, and I would say 97% of them went home because they couldn't hack it. Don't blame them. It's a lot easier, typically, to be where you're from. You've got a support system. You've got, because when you move somewhere else, you don't have everything. You have to figure shit out. I don't have mum and dad to come and do shit for me. You have to figure. I moved to a city. We didn't know anybody, and we didn't speak the language. So that shit was like 1,000 times.
Terrifying.
It was way harder moving from Toronto to Montreal than it was from Melbourne to Toronto, because I already knew people in Toronto, so it wasn't that big a deal. But it was hard dealing with like going from, say, I was working professional jobs for like $30+ an hour, then getting the job at the Apple Store for like $15 an hour, and it was like fuck. And that was a good job at the time. That was like a lot of money. So that was an interesting thing that I learned about the different countries, and that to stay, and Dan's dealing with this right now. It's not easy. Like I thought when I moved here, even though I'm pretty good with admin and all that bullshit, I was like, oh yeah, I'm from Australia. I can just fill out a form and they give me PR, right? So I like realizing how, like, I don't know, how much red tape and how much bureaucracy is in the immigration process was fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
And it was by far,
Bonkers.
aside from dealing with our father's death, it was the hardest and most emotionally draining thing I've ever done in my entire life. Immigration. I can't wait for it to be over. It's almost over, but it's like it's the worst. So I mean, our circumstances, to be fair, were probably like, I think we just had a lot of bad luck, you and I. And that's not completely normal, but it's also not completely abnormal either. So immigration is really hard. That was one thing I learned as well.
That's true.
And I feel like to be here, you gotta fucking love this shit. Like, if you want to move somewhere and you gotta deal with the fuck shit, I almost think they do it on purpose. My theory is they do this shit to test people.
To push you out.
Yeah, to be like, all right, you really want this? Well, we're gonna throw this at you. Now you're like, oh, you've done that? Well, how about you have to do this now? Like, it's like one thing after another after another.
It's like a fucking the worst, most cruelest video game.
It is. It's pretty crazy. So that's what I've learned. I feel like all the people I know who went home didn't love it enough. And that's, once again, fair enough. Some people came, just wanted to do their year or two, whatever it was. And get their experience and then go. Some people wanted to make a go of it and had to deal with it. So it sort of depends on where you're at with it. There's a lot more challenge because here also in Canada the weather's a cunt.
Absolute cunt. My goodness.
Like it's not exactly
super extreme. Every season can be super extreme and it fucks you up if you're not ready for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like
you definitely filled in the gaps
either.
with my. Yeah, that's true.
But this was very more extreme. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, no, what you said just filled in the gaps of like I said, I became a better businessman, a better man in general, more matured in all kinds of different crazy ways. And that's the thing, like, because the work culture treats you like a fucking number and a piece of dog shit, you get paid fucking minimum wage, no matter how good you do and stuff like that. And the immigration thing, everything's designed against you. Like, it definitely made me stronger. All that bullshit that we endured, respectively, definitely made me like what I said before, like maybe stronger and all that sort of shit. So yeah, going through all that, I think it was necessary, and didn't kill me, but just maybe more of a sick cunt and more organized in everything else I'm ready for. And you learn from those mistakes and you learn how you got over them and you can tackle the next. So I think it was necessary, but a whole bunch of bullshit. It was quite the wake up for us.
Yeah. It's pretty hectic. So 11 years is a long time. Kind of.
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday we moved here, but kind of not too. I don't know. Do you still feel as attached to Australia being away?
I don't really think about it, but like I think it's it's cool. It's like obviously we're from there, whatever. Like I don't really think about it too much, because I finally got everything nice. Like I've grown into this place. I got my fucking dope bike. I know where to go. I know how to. I got like a good balance of all my shit. So I think like it's all coming up Millhouse.
Love it. And then Dan, for your side, you've been here a year and a bit. I just thought this is an interesting contrast. Same sort of questions, like. What have you learned in a year and, like, say, a year and a quarter that you've been here, as far as immigration, as far as living somewhere else, what you expected versus what you got, all that shit?
It's difficult. I don't really know. I feel like I was already really independent, but then I feel like this is like another level of independence. So it's like I don't ever rely on anyone over here. Like anything that I need to get done, if it's not something which is literally beyond my capabilities, and I need to ask you guys, which is even then it's quite rare. But then like I do a lot of stuff on my own, and I don't know. I feel like I've always chilled with the same friendship group growing up, and I don't know I've learned how to make friends. I guess like I chill with a bunch of lovely people now as well. It's great, and what else have I learned? I don't know. Really, I've learned.
Did you
It's
think
difficult. The red
immigration,
tape.
you just walk in? Did you think
Yeah,
you'd just be like, just like I thought, you sign a form and then you're good, but then you've gone, oh shit.
When I did my temporary work permit, it was pretty. It wasn't that difficult at all.
Right.
It was just that I needed to be in London so I could go to and from a particular place, just so I could fill out forms and do all these. Take my what's the thing? The fingerprint stuff.
Biomedical thing, right?
Yeah. But then
Biometrics.
yeah, biometrics. But then this further stuff. So if I want to do anything beyond that, it's there's a lot to it. There's a lot more to it. So and I learned you have to pay a lot of money to do all this shit as well. So but
yeah.
there's a lot to it,
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hidden fees, mate.
The money is the one thing, but it's the. I guess we were talking about it recently. It's like the sacrifice, like the shit you have to give up because they don't let you just do. You can't just really go about your life. They kind of like trap you, and there's all of these like 8 million rules. Well, it's not even a pressure. Like well, if we left when our visa expired, we were on the implied visa, which means that like we'd applied for PR, but our current visa had expired. If we left the country, we might not have been let back in, and we had to leave due to the death in the family, and that we couldn't have, you had to take a 15-hour flight and pray that when you get there, they're going to let you in, because they might not, because you're there on a one-way ticket type of thing, because we live here. It's just we were dealing with some shit we didn't want to leave, so stuff like that, like, you can't, there's just so many little small things. It's a bit of a bitch, so, good times. So if anyone's thinking of moving overseas, do some reading first. It'll help.
First, indeed.
What else we got, cunts? What's
Great
going on?
tips there, kids.
Right. What else we got to yap about? I guess we normally go about. Do we do the overrated, underrated, or what do you reckon, or one of those kind of segments right now? Whichever one we're in the mood for.
Overrated, underrated. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Oof. If you guys have any, if you guys have any, I don't have anything prepared, but yeah, if you guys
Okay.
have one.
Let's see. Moving to another country, overrated or underrated?
Fucking hell. Go on, Rachel.
Bless you.
Bless you.
mi scusi. I mean, long-term underrated, short-term overrated. Does that make sense? Can I do that?
100%.
I agree with that.
I agree with that too.
I agree with that.
Cool.
Yeah, I feel like when
Sweet,
people actually deal with it, they think it's on the surface. It looks, whatever, it's easy. Maybe some people do have a fucking easy time, and they're the ones like, yeah, man, you just go. I bet if people like got actually a job somewhere, and then the job just gets them the visa, and then they just fly there, and then they get a house, and then they just work, and everything's good. Those people have it easy.
That must be a nice fucking inroad, yeah.
Yeah, but if you're just coming over on like these open permits and just trying to make a life, it's not. It's a little different story. Okay, beauty.
It's cunty.
What's another good one? Being a planned parent. Overrated, underrated.
Underrated. It's fun, I guess. I only have one, but I still look after it like properly.
Responsible.
But it's still underrated. Yeah, it's still responsible and everything, but underrated.
Good one. Kako.
You said a planned parent? What do you mean?
Like you're a plant dad. You own and
plant dad. Yes, I'm a plant dad. That's great. Like underrated. The fire. Plants are the shit.
Love it. Yeah, I agree.
Get a plant in you, mate.
So it was interesting because we just went away, and you do this thing. I learned it's like the kind of like hood way of doing it, but you get a bottle of water and you just like quickly turn it upside down and ram it into the soil, so then it'll just slowly leak into the dirt over time, and it takes what it needs. So I have a little mini planter thing with a basil plant and a habanero chili plant. So before I left, I was like, I didn't have any like plastic water bottles, which I'd used in the past, no problem. But I had, Tiff had like a wine bottle. So I was like, all right, well, wine bottle's like 750 ml. That'll do a bit better. So let me fill that up. I did it the night before, rammed it in.
Pretty heavy, bro.
Pause. Pretty heavy, but it's like a long planter. Like one that you hang off a balcony thing. I don't have the hanging things. Literally, it fell from the sky onto our balcony. I had no idea how it got there. I just like, all right, so. Someone must have thrown it off the edge or something and it blew in or whatever. Or the neighbor threw it around the thing. Who knows? Either way, I've been using it last summer and this summer. So I did that. We came back last night and then I was like, I checked it and both the plants were like wilt. Like I harvested the basil and made some like you can make pesto. So I took all the basil, made pesto. But because it has to be fresh, you can make just the basil, the olive oil, and the exactly Chef Ramsay, and the salt, and you freeze it, and then when you're ready to use it, you add in the pine nuts and the Parmesan cheese, and then you can make it, and you've got however long to use it. So I came back, and the whole shit, like there wasn't much left of each, but they were both wilted as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck? I had this whole wine bottle. Did it not last? And I pulled the wine bottle out. And then I noticed there was like a plug of dirt stuck in it. And the wine bottle was full. So none of the water went through the dirt. And I was like, pause, upside down, just like throwing it and it wouldn't come. I had to like fully stick my finger in the wine bottle to open the dirt and then water the plant. But I checked today and it's fucking mint.
Dead as.
No pun.
Oh, it's good?
Yeah, it's perfect. These things are resilient as fuck.
Back fucking sweet as.
Yeah, I mean, the chilies were fine. I don't know when I have to harvest them. I got to look. I want to try and make some hot sauce. How do you make hot sauce? You probably just like chop it up and add some like vinegar.
Blend it up. Yeah.
Vinegar,
salt.
Yes, yeah, I'm thinking too. I feel
probably
like
a YouTube video.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Blending.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like or a what do you call them? Food processor. Same shit you use for the pesto. Just chuck them bitches in. I might as well give that a crack. But that's fun. So plants. Let me do one more. What's one more?
Air fryers.
Air fryers? Air fryers, there you go.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know.
if you asked maybe 6 months ago, I'd be like, fucking underrated as fuck. They are the greatest thing to ever exist. Now, no, they're dope. I just don't use it as much. Do you guys use yours like all the time?
Not as much as I used to. I make
to make sure
fries in there, but like.
Why?
No, sorry, I just made like fries in there. Barely anything else in
But that's it. So why do you guys think that you stopped using them as often? Because I feel like all of us, I don't know about you, Brad, but me and Dan, I think we were using them like almost every day.
No, I wasn't doing like every meal with it. I just basically, I do fish and chips. Obviously, do like, all kinds of fries and potatoes and fucking potato jams and shit like that. What do they call here? Tater tots, all that kind of shit. Chicken nuggies. One time I did a bunch of vegetables and shrimp and sausage, all like chopped up, fucking boom. But yes, I use it because during summer, man, it's so fucking hot in here. Instead of using the big oven for shit, if I can chuck it in the air fryer, I'll do it. So it's a cooler option, and sometimes the things don't drown in the fat shit, so it's like a little drips in the bottom. So a little healthier, a little easier, a little cooler is my main reasoning.
I like that.
Yeah,
when I want to do like ribs and stuff, I'll chuck it in the big oven, but like I can't put ribs in the air fryer. So there's certain quick, easy things I'll go air fryer. If I'm doing a big dog, then use the big oven. So
that's the thing. The size is a big thing. I don't know. It's that pause. But like the thing is meant to be that our thing's meant to be large, but then like if that's large, like what's a small?
That's
like,
what I'm thinking too.
Is
it
XL?
Is it say XL on it, right? Ours says.
Yeah, the box says XL on it as well. So I don't really.
Bigger.
I don't know if that's an XL, man. Like that's
same.
I don't know. It's that's a big thing, the size, because I want to cook multiple things. And like I use it all the time, but then if I pile stuff on top of each other, some things are cold and some things aren't. Like so, I don't know. I've been using my oven a lot more recently. I don't know, and frying a lot more, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point too. The inconsistent temperatures is kind of annoying, but also the cleaning. It's just like annoying to clean.
The cleaning, it's annoying. Like, it's not difficult. It's just like I don't want to do it. That's what it is.
It's that well said. That's it. Don't want to fucking do it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not that bad, but it's not that good either. It's just kind of like
Interesting.
Maybe
I love how like 360 you got on it because like you were all about
it. No, it's like.
It's still fire, but not like.
We'll come back to it. Do you know what's interesting? Another two things I've gone crazy on a few years ago, and then back on them again now. Stopped completely. Are juicer and the blender. So we got back into juicing.
Blend it every day.
And then some smoothies, right? But so like we were on that heavy, and then we just stopped flat, and then now we're back on the juicer. Not every day, like I don't know, every other day type of thing. I've been really enjoying that. So that's been nice. But that's the whole point, I find, that now. Like, a lot of people will have the juicer, they'll use it crazy for 6 months, and then they'll either give it away, throw it out, put it, like, whatever. We just had it tucked away, and then now we're like, let's get back into juicing. And then it's already there, know how to use it.
It's there,
Had to remember my processes of, like, how you cut them up and the order you put stuff in and what recipe you make and stuff like that.
Quantities and stuff.
I feel like we could come all that type of shit. So I feel like you maybe come back to it. So maybe we'll come back to it. We use the air fryer as well. Do you know another thing? The plug is if you're a cheeky fuck and you're getting Macca's off Uber Eats or something. Any fast food, any fast food is horrendous for the most part on when it's delivery. So if you get something like Mac, say you get like a fillet of fish or whatever, you take the patty. And you put the fries or like the apple pie.
Lettuce out.
Just take the patty. You take the lettuce off the patty. Yeah, exactly. And then put the patty in the air fryer, and then that'll bring it back to life again.
Instead of microwaving is killing your whole.
Oh yeah, we don't even own a microwave. I don't think Dan does.
Yeah, I don't own one either. Yeah,
I've had them over the years.
I heat my tea up. I literally use it to heat my tea up.
I don't know if that's good, man.
You have the tea. That's interesting.
I don't look it up. I feel like that's not a good thing to heat.
I shouldn't heat my tea up. That's literally the only thing I use it for.
Isn't that what hot water's called? Or you mean you let it go cold?
Oh, of course. Well, I have like a large cup, and I'll drink like half of it, and then I'll smoke a spliff and start doing stuff in the morning. So maybe I need smaller cups.
No. What? I mean that.
You need one to preserve the heat.
Yeah, the cup warmer things.
Yeah,
Have you seen
yeah.
those? They're like a coaster,
No.
and I think they're either battery or you plug them in via like a USB thing, and essentially
Oh, keeps your ting hot? Yeah, I
keeps
was
your ting
so
hot.
going to buy one.
Now I don't know
Done.
if it works for all cups or if it's
I'll just get smaller
specific
cups
cup
because I've
that comes
got
with it.
big dog cups, so I'll figure it out. But
Yeah, like, this kind of
I only
size,
use
I
my
don't know.
microwave for that.
Being good for that. Okay, interesting. Just
Yeah.
look it up. I don't know. These days, I don't know for sure if that's good or bad or whatever the fuck it
Yeah,
is.
microwaves are usually trash. I don't even heat up my food in it.
No, ugh, I hate it. It's disgusting every time. It's filthy. I want to also shout out again. I didn't send this to you guys, but we get an email. There's this thing called chartable.com, and they just monitor podcast charting positions. And being the bad habits is, I feel like it's a pretty tough category that we're in. Music and music commentary is really we reviewed all the topics recently if we thought we moved out of it, but that's what we put it under. And we've talked about being charting in Barbados or whatever. So I got it again today, and right now we are still in now it keeps going down, but it's not leaving. We're in the top 200. It says 167 for Portugal music commentary. We're number 195, but we just went down, so we were higher. In Barbados for music, and this is on Apple Podcasts, and number 16 in Barbados for music commentary. And I think there's a little play button next to it as opposed to like a plus or a down, so I think that means it stayed the same. And then for the specific episode, there's one episode 61. We went down to number 36 for the episodes under music commentary, and I think we got to number 2 with that, but we're still in the charts. So first of all, round of applause to fucking Barbados right now.
Barbados, let's go.
And Portugal.
Boom.
And whoever it is who's listening and keeps putting us in the charts, shoot us a DM on Instagram, whatever, at the Movement Fam, and say hi and just be like, "Yo, we're bumping it out here." Because like, comment
below.
Or comment on the video below. But I imagine if they're listening on Apple Podcasts, that means they're probably not downloading the pod. But I want to shout y'all out. Give us a shout. Like, let us know, man. Like, I don't know where else you can comment. Wherever, or at the Movement Fam everywhere, on Twitter, on Facebook, whatever is your favorite, just comment somewhere on one post or send us a DM and let us know. I'd love to know like who these people are, because I imagine it's not just one person listening. Just because I imagine most of our audience would be Canadian, probably, maybe, and usually our shit is a bit Australian too, maybe British because of Dan in this one, because there might be an interest over there. But typically it doesn't expand like that crazy. So looking at these, to me, is pretty fascinating. This is maybe 3 weeks in a row, I think. So that's pretty dope. Like, we've been in charts a bunch with Bad Habits. I can't remember what countries. Probably have to double check. But this is cool to see there's 2 different countries, pretty fucking random. One of them isn't even English first. So shouts to y'all,
Yeah, massive shouts.
Shout out.
I love it. So with that said, I feel like we've basically got through everything. Was there anything else we wanted to touch on, or are we wrapping?
That's pretty much it, mate. Fucking, that was good.
That's it.
Feeling good? All right.
That was good.
Well, let's get it was a good one. Let's get the thumbnail real quick, and then we'll do our ending things. Here we are here. Here, let's put this here. You ready, cunts? Oh, yeah, fucking beauty. What order do I do this? I think I go, Nosh, where can everyone find you online?
Mans can find me at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, at Illnote Studios on Instagram and Facebook, notionbeats.com, illnotestudios.com. Holla at your motherfucking Dan.
Dan Johnson on Instagram and Twitter, and HCFGXMING on Twitch if you want to do that. I've got a few more followers, so come chat to me in it.
Get him on now.
Lovely.
Love it. You can get me at CWEFOR, Instagram and Twitter. The 2 singles are out now. I Got Next and Stay Woke, available everywhere you listen to music. And, of course, the videos on YouTube. Go check that out. Run it up. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Even if you don't like it, come through. Let us know. Album is coming still next month. We be working. This episode, when you guys are watching this, we'll get this out tonight because we won't fuck around. And
fuck around.
We'll see you fucking champions next week. Whoops. Wrong one.
Hey, we need a round of applause too. We deserve it.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking get a coffee up, yeah. Yeah, cunt.
Coffee up, yeah.
Smells good. Headie One, October 1st, let's get it. Headwood. Ooh, yeah.
Get your gun.
Peace.
Motherfucker said, get your gun.
Peace.